All right, so here I am. I got my optical comparator set up, and I've just been looking for an excuse to use this thing. So I've got this V block set up in here, and we got my focal point set as close to that as I can. I got it all locked in here, and I went to the scrap bin and started pulling these out. And these ones I've got an obvious nick in them, but I do have some that I cleaned up, and they're 45 amps that I cleaned up, and I got some that'll work, and they are pretty round, but these ones are the ones I retired for obvious reasons. I was starting to get a little bevel, noticeable on the little nick in there. So this might show you guys kind of why you might be having trouble. So you look at this, and a new one in there is going to be just nice round smooth circle. This one you can see how we have all these jagged edges, and all those jagged edges can actually push your plasma arc one way or the other, and that'll be affecting the airflow and everything coming through that tip. And these optical comparators work like a microscope, but with shadows rather than in the visual side of things. So they got a little light bulb in here, end up generating a beam of light through a lens and catching it on the other side, and then projecting up on this bigger screen. And you can just see how bad these things are once they're toast. And you know, it's still cut and everything. It's just I was probably having some trouble. I don't even know the history on this exact tip, but it had lived its life, and it was time to change them out. I mean, they don't look that bad, you know. If a guy was running them with your hand, you know, hand plasma and stuff, it's like this thing's only halfway through its life. But this one had a little blowout, and I'll throw this one up here next. This one's got this is usually what you see is you'll have one nick coming out the one side with kind of a blowout. So I'll put that kind of towards the top. Do it that way. Yeah, put that towards the top. And so that'll actually show up on the bottom of this when you have it on the top there. Yeah, so you don't really see much of that nick. It's in the actual plasma. It just got this one right here, and that's gonna be what's causing an issue when you have that bevel when you go one direction, or you know, something like that, and you throw a new tip in and it takes care of that problem. So you know, some of these, you look down inside and they got a little black crud in them, and that's typically gonna be from moisture. I got some pretty dry air, but I do have trouble once in a while. And this does happen too, just from having shop air anyway. It's just never going to be totally free of moisture. But yeah, like this one's pretty blowed out on the inside. You can see, so I probably had some trouble going on with the electrode too. But that's where, yeah, your tip is actually wearing all the way through. So you can get by with the old brass brush and compressed air, clean it up a little bit, and keep going. But if you keep consistently having trouble with setup of an electrode into nozzle, that's probably what's going on. So I just kind of been looking for an excuse to fire up this optical comparator. It's an oldie, I don't know, somewhere built in the 70s ish, fairly old. Works pretty good. Yeah. So if you like these videos, I'll keep making them. Just let me know in the comments, and subscribe, and I'll keep making some plasma stuff and whatever I can figure out around the shop.